saying I'm supposed to die tonight. Niggas still put a hit out and they talking like this shit okay.
What's good, y'all? It's the one and only NY Phenom. If you guys enjoy NFL NBA content, give it a like, and if you're new, go and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. Now let's get to it. Listen, let's speak about these Jaguars going to 2020. Alright, let's speak about these Jaguars going to the 2020 NFL season. Alright, listen, bro. Let's just go ahead and say it, bro. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. This Jaguars team is some shit. This Jaguars team is some shit. This Jaguars team is pathetic. This might be the least talented team in the entire National Football League. It just might. It just might be. I mean, this team from top to bottom is just bad, bro. It's just bad. Like, truth be told, if I was just so dedicated to this team preview series, I probably just skipped over this Jets preview. Same for the Jets preview I did. Like, I'm not sure how I'm finna speak about this team for 10 minutes, but here we go. Here we the fuck go, man. This team is bad. Let's just go and say what it is. This is a tier 5 team, and at best, this team goes in 3-13. I mean, that's the best for this Jaguars team is they go 3-13. I mean, this Jaguars team is bad. Okay, and I think the front office is happy that this team is bad. I think the owner, the front office, I think they're happy that this team is bad, because you know what the Jaguars want at the end of the day. You know what the Jaguars want by the end of the 2020 NFL season. They want Trevor Lawrence. The Jaguars are making it perfectly known. Them trading AJ Boye, them getting rid of Calais Campbell for what was that, fourth round pick or whatever. Okay, them putting Yannick Ngakoue on the trade block, making all the moves that they did. They're just showing that they're tanking. They want Trevor Lawrence. Okay, they're just making it known. They want Trevor Lawrence. And by the end of the season, I expect Trevor Lawrence to be drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars. I do. I mean, this team is bad. Okay, from top to bottom, listen. Starting with the coach, Doug Marrone is nothing special. Okay, Doug Marrone is nothing special at all. We've seen Doug Marrone have talented teams and not get it done. And I want to speak about some of these Jaguars teams that passed. Isn't it sad where this team has been from 2017? I mean, people were talking about the Jaguars in 2017 like they were finna be the face of this division for the next 5 years. But we just saw Blake Bortles, of course, wasn't it. And it's my message to all these teams. I think that they're going to be successful for the upcoming years without a good quarterback, without a good offense. Listen, that Jaguars 2017 defense was as good as any defense we've seen of the past decade. They had 2 shutdown corners in Jalen Ramsey and AJ Boye. They had that child molester at the linebacker position, Telvin Smith. Okay, who when he was actually on the field, he was nice. Now off the field, he seems like an asshole. It seems like a bad person. He seems like an evil person. From all the allegations we heard, he seems like a predator off the field. But on the field, he was that dude. Yeah, Calais Campbell, Marcel Darius, Malik Jackson. They had Yannick Ngakoue all getting out the passer. I mean, this defense was as stacked as any defense we've seen. But when you didn't have that quarterback, when you didn't have that offense putting up points, they gave up. In 2018, they gave up on Blake Bortles. So at the end of the day, that's my message to all these teams that think that they're going to be good for consistently without a good quarterback. You need a good enough quarterback to consistently get you to the quarterback. Get you to the playoffs. You just do. So, and that's my thing. Looking at the quarterback position, Gardner Minshew is nothing special. Okay, Jaguars fans. Okay, the only thing special about Gardner Minshew is his porn stash. His mustache is the only thing special and unique about Gardner Minshew. The mustache is lit. Okay, it's lit. He seems like he has the personality of a superstar quarterback, but he doesn't have the skill set of a superstar quarterback. He threw for 22 tubs. He had only 6 picks. Threw for 3,000 yards. He had a solid rookie season. He did. but there's nothing special. You watch the tape, his, arm talent is whatever. Okay, he's sort of accurate. I look at Gardner Minshew and I see a solid quarterback. I just don't see nothing special. There's no Russell Wilson. There's no Patrick Mahomes. There's no Deshaun Watson walking out that tunnel week by week in Jacksonville. All right, so Duval Nation, Gardner Minshew is not going to be able to do nothing with this offense. It's like this offense is not good. This offensive line is bad. Okay, now the receiving play got some potential. DJ Chark, he got busy last year. He's a downfield threat. Okay, he's a downfield threat. For all my fantasy football people, I wouldn't stay away from DJ Chark. DJ Chark is one of those players I would probably look at. D.D. Westbrook, I expect to have a bounce back year a bit. Don't hit me up with this Tyler Eifert bullshit. I mean, when's the last time Tyler Eifert's been healthy? I mean, for real. When's the last time Tyler Eifert's been healthy? I mean, this guy is broken leg. He's broken ligaments in his leg. I mean, this guy Tyler Eifert, he's a walking injury. He just is. Tyler Eifert at this point is made of glass, and it's sad because when he was with the Bengals, when he was healthy, he was arguably a top 5 tight end. He could do it all. He could run routes. He had good hands. He could block. Tyler Eifert was a beast, but he was just never healthy. And what makes y'all think he's going to be healthy in Duval? Cut it out. Okay, I like Leonard Fournette. I do. I like Leonard Fournette, but at the end of the day, I don't expect them to use Leonard Fournette. I know the Jaguars been talking about moving on from Leonard Fournette, and truth be told, I just don't think Leonard Fournette wants to play for Jacksonville anyway. So my thing is, Leonard Fournette, he has skills. I mean, Leonard Fournette is a beast. I mean, last year he went back to running for 1,000 yards. I mean, listen, Leonard Fournette's a monster. I get it, he's a monster, but I'm not even sure if he's going to even be on a roster for that much longer. Like, it wouldn't shock me if Leonard Fournette gets traded early in the season. It wouldn't shock me at all. You know they're finna trade Yannick Ngakoue soon. I mean, Yannick Ngakoue most likely finna get traded before the NFL season. I mean, Leonard Fournette could be going too. I mean, this team is tanking. Alright, so it wouldn't shock me if they move on from a Leonard Fournette. Alright, so that's why for all my fantasy drafts, I've been staying away from Fournette because I just don't know who is he going to play for. Is he going to be a Jaguar this year? Okay, they brought in Chris Thompson, who's a good third down back, but I'm looking through his offense and I don't see enough talent there. The receiving talent, like I said, is solid. D.D. Westbrook, DJ Chark. They drafted the kid, Chanute. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name, but he seems like he could be good in the slot. I mean, like, Keenan Cole, there's some weapons, but is it enough to win 5, 6, 7 games? I don't think so. This offensive line isn't good. Brandon Linder, Andrew Norwell, those are some 2 solid interior offensive linemen, but outside that, nothing I really like. So, I look at this offense and it's just lacking talent at pretty much every single position, and I just don't think Gardner Minshew is that special. I just don't. I just don't. Okay, he put up good numbers. He led to some wins. I'll give Gardner Minshew that. He did go 500 last year, and that's pretty impressive with the talent he was working with. But at the end of the day, man, to go do it 2 years in a row, I just don't see it. And moving to this defense, man, this defense it's even a bigger joke. I mean, the offense is probably sadly the bright spot of this team, because at least they got the talent. Like I said, at least you got DJ Chark, at least you got D.D. Westbrook. You drafted a receiver. At the moment, Leonard Fournette is still on the roster, so at least the offense has some talent. This defense is pathetic. I mean, it's sad to see where this defense has come from the past 2 years. I mean, it's sad to see how this defense has just regressed. But you look at the defensive line, there's Josh Allen a bust. Okay, Josh Allen, he was a beast last year. He's going to get after the passer. I'll give you that. But there isn't no depth around him because, like I said, Yannick Ngakoue, he's gone. You can pretty much act like Yannick Ngakoue won't be there. You drafted Clavion Chason. He seems like he might be solid off the edge. Okay, so you got 2 solid edge rushes. I'll give you that. You brought in Joe Sherbert at the linebacking position. He's solid. Okay, he's good in coverage. I'll give you that. Miles Jack is whatever. And then I look at the secondary. This secondary is it's bad. It just is. It's bad. There is no more Jalen Ramseys. There is no more AJ Boyes. There is no more Tashawn Gibsons. No. This secondary is bad. Okay. The only bright spot is the corner that they drafted in the draft in CJ Henderson. Okay. Which, truth be told, like I said, man, I'll say it over and over again. The only corner I see making a huge impact day one is Jeff Okudah. I look at CJ Henderson's and the AJ Terrells and whatever. It's like I gotta see these other corners perform to really believe it. I mean, Jeff Okudah, he's shown on tape. He's shown that he can press receivers. He can lock up in man-to-man on the island. I'm not sure CJ Henderson can be that same corner. DJ Hayden's whatever. Nobody's worried about that. Gerald Wilson, Ronnie Harris, whatever. This cornerback, this secondary is bad. There's no other way to get around it. Okay, this secondary is going to give up big plays, and they no longer have the elite pass rush to get there. So at the end of the day, man, this secondary is bad. It just is. So in all totality, I look at this team from top to bottom, and I only see this team winning 2 games. I only see the Jaguars winning 2 games. I see this Jaguars team going 2-14. I think they beat the Dolphins early in the year because they played the Dolphins in they played the Dolphins at home in week 4. If I pull it up right now, yeah, it was week 3. Okay, so you play the Dolphins at week 3. It's a home game. I'll give you that. Then you play. I'll give you the win versus the Browns. Now that's sort of risky because the Browns are, that's kind of a hot take, but I think the Browns slip up that game. I'll give you that. But I see y'all going 2-14. Y'all finna get swept from the Colts. I think even though y'all had some success versus the Titans in the past, I think the Titans beat y'all 2 times a year. I just don't think they all have a good enough run defense to stop them, stop Derrick Henry. And I don't see anybody locking up AJ Brown, so that's you getting swept. I mean, maybe you get a game versus Deshaun Watson in the Texans. Maybe. You're not beating the Colts, so let's get out the way. You're not beating the Colts this year. This team is bad. So at the best, Gardner Minshew and Doug Marrone, they go 3-13. That's not the best, but I see this team going 2-14. They're not good. It's sad to see what Duval has become. This team has had so much, we've seen the Jaguars, we've seen them dominate the past 2 years. I mean, that defense was lights out. It was lights out. But now you don't have a good defense. You don't have a good offense. Doug Marrone, he should have got fired this year. I mean, the Jaguars fired him but decided to keep him. By the end of the season, he's going to be gone. I mean, by the end of this year, it's tank for Trevor. So at the end of the day, even though I'm trashing this team, I'm dumping on this team right now, it's all in the Jaguars' plan. It's all in the Jaguars' plan. They want Trevor Lawrence at the end of the day. They want Trevor Lawrence. So at the end of the day, if the Jaguars go 2-14, it's what they want. The Jaguars want to go 2-14. That's a successful year for the Jaguars. The last thing the Jaguars need is Gardner Minshew winning 5 games this season. Because if they don't get Trevor Lawrence and they stuck with Gardner Minshew for the next 3, 4, 5 years, this team won't go anywhere. They just won't. They just won't. So at the end of the day, I expect Trevor Lawrence to be in the Jaguars uniform come 2020. And that's that. That's the only thing that can save this pathetic piece of shit organization. Alright? But that's all. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm Phenomenal One. And I'm out. Deuces.
Shout out my Crips, that's still crippin', nigga. Shout out my Bloods, that's still bloodin', nigga.
Straight from the dirt, shout out my muddy niggas. Came from the bottom, all my get money niggas.
When I die, you ain't got to cry, you just got to pray. Put some weed where I lay, I'ma see you another day. Full of energy, you my enemy, you got to pay. Was on the east side, fucking with them Crips of